So, title 1, on to the new season then. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 53 of Going Intercontinental. We are fresh off of our second title in a row and our third piece of silverware as Newell's manager. In this episode we're going to do a quick season review and then I'm going to fast forward to probably the next games in the Copa Libertadores just so that we can kind of muck around. I don't want to show you guys a transfer special because no one wants to be seeing that right now. I think you guys want to see some games and see if we can get to the title or the title that we're after. So, without any further ado, let's get stuck into it. Team of the overall best 11, not team of the season. That's a couple of clicks away. I don't know why it's already assumed I've read some of these because I definitely haven't seen them myself. Following the completion of the best 11, season's best 11, yada yada yada. So the best 11 overall is Limusan in goal, Ferroni, Aguila, Gratha, and Nadalan. Yeah, I could see that as understandable. I think Arrieta might get into there at some point. Nora and Torres at the base of the midfield. Aguirre, Bottlemore, Benitez, and Varela up top. I think that's probably about right. To be fair, I think Belmonte might deserve a chance in the start 11 over Lautaro Torres, just based on recent form. But I suppose he was there for a while. Torres wasn't he? He did it over a couple of seasons. So yeah, and then substitutes: Batalla in goal. Yeah, fair enough. Lemma, Andriozzi, Belmonte, Sforza, Moreno, and Bravo. Let's go and check out some of these players who are no longer with us. Lemma, I think, is a staff member now, so he's an unemployed assistant manager and not a very good one either. We're still well clear of him. Sforza, where is he? He is still at Leeds, although his contract runs out next year. He's just not playing for them. Which is a shame, really, because he probably would have been a good player if he'd actually had a chance to play properly. Anibal Moreno, he is at Villa still. I'm pretty sure we've seen this happen. 99% sure we have. Playing well, albeit rarely. Benitez, where is he? He is at Coritiba. So he left us on a free transfer and joined them last year. Still replicating his fairly terrible form for them as well, which is interesting. Varela, of course, he's going to be still at Shanghai. And he's not scoring as many as he did do for us. Still playing very well, but not scoring as many goals as he did for us, which is interesting to see. I've just gone through this in such a weird format, haven't I? Lautaro Torres, have a look at him. He's still at Guangzhou. And he went for 6 million. He really didn't probably could have got a lot more money out of him. Couldn't we really? Not played very well this year. And that was top. Was that Torres I just clicked on? I'm so out of it right now. And then Roman Bravo, where's he? He's still in China as well. He's at DL Pro. And he's scoring pretty well as well. Again, not quite replicating that first year of form, but well. I think that's everyone. Oh, and Limu-san, sorry. Nearly forgot him. Oh yeah, he's still with us, but his contract runs out in a couple of weeks, so he's going. Bye, Christian. Nice to have you. Right, the Newell's best 11, where are they now? We've literally just done all of this, haven't we? Because they're all still at the club. Apart from Fernandez, who's at Botafogo, but he's not actually at them. He's on loan. So yeah, that's pretty much the same as it was before. End of season awards. Aguila, that's quite close for player of the season. Aguila picks it up. Nora and Grath are the top 3 though. Alanzinho got goal of the season against Atletico Tucumán. I don't think this is one you guys would have seen. I'm assuming, didn't even start this game. How ridiculous is that? I'm assuming this is going to be one of his trademark. Ball gets played across, he traps it down, and he twats it into the bottom right corner of his left foot. That is normally what tends to happen for him, from what I've seen. When my computer eventually decides to load it, I'll drink my cup of tea while we're in. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I don't fully remember this one, to be honest, but that's what I'm assuming it will be. It smacks of, if it's that, I'd imagine that's probably what happened. Interesting that he didn't even start the game, though. Wouldn't have expected that. When you're ready. Here we go. So Alanzinho's on the ball. He's just going to run, is he? He's going to keep running, keep running, keep running. Keeps going. Yeah. Pretty good goal. Take that. It's not a bad goal at all. He's also our signing of the season. We paid £217,000 for him. And he's now, he's only worth 2.1 million, but yeah, pretty pleased with that. Nora, young player of the season. Team of the season is Batalla. Ferroni, Aguila, Gratha, Arrieta, Estevez, Nora, Aguirre, Bottomore, Batistuta, and Varela. Yeah, on reflection, yeah, it's probably about right. You could have argued maybe if Fernandez might have gone into there, but he didn't play for long enough because he left quite early on in the season. You could make an argument for Alanzinho on the left-hand side because he's the signing of the season. I don't think you could make anything other than Varela, to be honest, because Diaz, although he came in and scored a handful of goals, didn't really do very much otherwise. Let's check out the stats. Top goal scorer was Bottomore. It probably was Varela, but again, because he's left, I don't think that means he would have actually been classed as such. Nora with the highest rating, Bottomore with the most assists. He's had a fantastic season. Batalla with the best pass completion, Bottomore with the most man of the matches, and then Belmonte is the naughty boy of the season with 10 yellow cards and 1 red. To be honest, we've not had many red cards at all. Apparently, we've only had 1. Cool. Right, season review. Match of the season was a 4-0 victory over Boca Juniors. Of course, that was right at the start of the season, wasn't it? Moment to forget was a defeat to Gimnasia not long after, which is unsurprising. We won the league, so we know what happened there. What's this? I'm not going to look at that. Club expectations, top half again, that's fine. Everything else is okay. I'm not expecting many people to leave this summer, to be honest. We don't really need to sell anyone. And let's go and tell them we're going to stay in the top half again, because apparently if you go by what the board want you to do, the players will just go with it anyway. So it's fine. Brian Aguirre, 4 months out and he had 4 injuries. Ridiculous, that man. He's missed 41% of the season. Maybe he's one person we maybe do look at shifting on from that perspective. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The Mejor Jugador. That must be player of the season because Aguila and Bottomore are both in it, and they're not old, but they're not young. So I'm assuming that's right. Look at that, 11 goals and 12 assists. Then again, 24 goals. It's not too bad, is it? Right, well there you go. There's the season review pretty much done. What we'll now do is we'll fast forward. Let me go and check the old schedule. Yeah, so we will fast forward to the games against Mineiro. So we'll see you there. Alright then, boys and girls, before the Mineiro double header, let's just bring you to the transfer screen a little bit. Not a lot has massively happened, to be honest. You ain't missed much, as you can see, the majority of which has been we've been lowballed by pretty much every team in existence, pretty much every player we've ever owned. Arrieta, low bids. Gratha, decent bid. Other ones, terrible. Lucio Solares, no loan fees. Dafydd Llewellyn is on his way out. He's going to go out on loan because we need him to obviously get some time. And yeah, just not a lot really happening. Anyway, into the history of the transfers. You have to excuse the edit there because I've just sneezed. We've brought in 2 players and sold 1. So we sold Sebastian Ceballos to Real Betis for 2.5 million. Weirdly, he's already on the loan list. I've only just noticed that. Yeah, he wasn't really playing for us very often. It's just he's not been scoring many goals, so might as well cash in on him. We've then brought in, we had Alex Aranda and Alan Velasco. We knew they were coming in anyway. Past David sorted those deals out earlier on in the winter, sorry. So we know they're on their way in, and they've now arrived, looking like some pretty tidy players, to be fair. So Alex Aranda, he's going to be our backup centre forward, because as you can see, he's a very, very good looking centre forward for us at the moment. He is primarily a centre attacking mid, but I think he'll fit in as a backup to Agustin Diaz, and he's got very good finishing as well, which is something that Diaz does not have, as we know, as I've mentioned many times before. Alan Velasco, he is just going to slot pretty much directly in behind Bottomore as another option in the league and things like that as well, so we can keep Bottomore rested for the more important games. The only player that we brought in on a permanent deal was this guy, Mario Debag, who looks like a really tidy player. Brought him in from Racing Club. He's going to fit in replacement of Batistuta on the right-hand side of the midfield. It doesn't mean that Batistuta is never going to play again. He'll still come on and we'll rotate them quite frequently, but he comes in that inverted winger inside forward role, which we know I like a lot, and he's either footed, so he's looking like a really, really good option for us. And then we brought in Enzo Gonzalez on loan from Tottenham as a option at the back. He's not going to be a no-nonsense centre back. He will probably just come in as a central defender, to be honest. He's not good enough to play as a ball playing defender in my eyes. He's never going to be one of those because I'm never going to play one of them if ever in my life. But he looks like a pretty good option as just a standard centre half. That's coming in as we can see, or we can't see because it's not on the screen because he's that bad. Felipe Aguilar's just not. He's so old now. He's going out of favour. He'll still play in the next games because he's registered to, but he's not going to be going on for much longer. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into these games. The team we're going to play in the first leg, which is away from home against Mineiro, obviously playing them second time, playing them the same time we did last year, and in the second round. So hopefully we can turn over the odds this time, get our revenge on them. Batalla in goal, back four for Ferroni, Graça, Aguilar, and Arrieta. Nora and Estevez, the centre midfield pairing, with Aguirre, Bottlemore, and Debag supporting Diaz up top. Diaz, interestingly, mentioned, I got a note from about his training saying we don't need to work on his finishing anymore. It's got worse, but he did score in our first game of the season. We have had a cup game since you were last with us against Mitra or Mita, how you pronounce it, like the old football, I guess. Old football? Don't even know if they still exist. And we beat them we beat them on penalties, which was really poor. We drew 1-1 of them in after 90 minutes, so not the best preparation for this game. We did manage to get a couple of people a little bit sharper, up that match sharpness a little bit, because we were lacking a little bit there. As you can see, Arrieta, the main culprit of that at the moment, but hopefully we'll be okay. Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's get into the game. One thing I will mention, I probably should have mentioned this right at the start of the video, and I'll probably mention it at the end as well, but if you're watching now, great. This, I think, will be the last season that we'll do with Newell's, regardless of what happens. I know I said the challenge a few episodes ago was going to be as Gila hits the bar. I know I did say that the new challenge is to win the Copa Libertadores. I'm going to give ourselves 2 more attempts at it. So it'll be this one. We'll skim massively through the season. I think what I'll probably do is just show you guys any cup finals we get to. But main focus, if assuming we get through this round, is that all of the games for the foreseeable future will be either chances for silverware or the Copa Libertadores. It's most likely I will just skim through the whole of the season offline, and then I'll just come back for the end of the season, assuming we're in a title battle as well. Hope that's okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you think we should do it any differently. I just think, look, I want to try and get this series kind of tailed away now, with obviously certain things on the horizon. Didn't say it. So I think that just seems like the sensible way of doing it, as Aguirre takes a chance and it goes wide. Not really much happening, as now I say this, I guarantee you Mineiro are going to score. No, they don't, because it just goes over the bar. I like the fact they've got a player just called Steve. Big fan of that. Speaking of Steves, Steve Hood has had a bid come in for Napoli again. They want him back. So Porto have done an absolutely brilliant job here, because they've managed to make a decent amount of money off him. I think they're making about 6 or 7 million. I haven't seen him actually go to Napoli yet. He is on my shortlist. I should get updated when he joins them. But yeah, they put a bid in for him, so he might be going back the other way. But yeah, this game so far, not the most interesting. I mean, to be honest, if we can get a 0-0 draw or even score in this away leg, I'll be pretty pleased. We've got a game against River in the league the couple of days after this one. I'll probably just shove out to any old team, because this is definitely going to be the focus for the start of this season. So hopefully we get a chance to put it back in the home leg. We'll see. Let's make a change now. Going to bring on Alanzinho on the left-hand side now, because he's going to inject some pace. I'm also going to bring off this guy. Who was I talking about a minute ago? I was talking about, I'm going to bring on Alex Aranda, knowing that he can play in that position, because Diaz, yes, he scored in the last game against Mita. Not really done much otherwise, to be completely honest. Ask for some creativity from the boys as well. Like I say, if we can keep it to a small defeat, or even a draw like we are at the moment, I think we've got the edge going into the second leg. If we can get a goal, fantastic, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. We're just skimming through the second half at the moment. I'm going to bring off Debag and bring on Batitsuta as well. See if we can whip some balls into Aranda at into the area. Ask for 10 minutes of passion at the end, see if that happens. They do have a highlight though. It's in the Mineiro area. What's he done here? The referee's going over to review the footage. Well, it's going to be a penalty then. If he's going over to review the footage, it will be a penalty. I've no idea what for. Well, I don't know what he's done. I don't even know where Nora is on the pitch. Is that him there? Is he next to Steve? Penalty. Fantastic. I honestly have no idea what's happened there. I am completely unknown as to what's happened. But tell us save to get in. You absolute fucking legend. That was a stunning save. What's keeper doing over there? So Gratha gets rid of the ball. I don't mind if that does not highlight. That is amazing. That turning point, I think. We've not really turned up for this time, not going to lie. Not really done a huge amount. It's all over. It's full time. We've drawn 0-0, so that's fine. We've avoided defeat. I'll give them a bit of a pat on the back just to give them a bit of a boost. And yeah, let's go on to the next tie, shall we? Okie dokie then. Win against River in the league out of the way. Difficult 1-0 victory, but we'll take it. Win against someone who has been a massive thorn in our side over the last few years. I'm pretty pleased. That would absolutely take that all day long. And we are back now for the second leg of the Copa Libertadores second round against Atletico Mineiro. It's 0-0 from the first leg, so all to play for. We just need to absolutely batter them, I think. If we concede a goal, I think we're out. I think if we can get on the score sheet early, give ourselves a good chance. Pretty sure that's what happens in every game, though. Anyway, the team for today is going to be Batalla in goal. For only Gratha, Aguilar and Arietta, to be honest, can't really change any of them. He is needing to be improved on significantly. Enzo Gonzalez, the one who we brought in from Tottenham, actually scored the only goal of the game against River Plate. And I'm looking at bringing in Machuca back in on loan from Dortmund as well. We did put in a permanent bid for him. He got to contract negotiations, he didn't fancy it, so I've tried to get him in on loan instead, just to tide him over, basically. Nora and Esteves in the centre of the park, Alanzinho, Bottomore and Debag in support of Diaz up top. Everyone is fresh because I managed to get most of them off the pitch in the game against River, so we managed to beat them 1-0, even with arguably a second string side, the likes of Bacci, the likes of Nadalan, obviously Enzo Gonzalez played. Belmonte managed to get a bit of a run out as well. Reyes played instead of Bottomore, so we do have a pretty healthy and fresh team. So hopefully we can go out there and we can get ourselves through to the quarterfinal, because the quarterfinal, in case you didn't see it on the Club Vision meeting at the start of the video, is that we need to get to the quarterfinal of the cup. So, Zagila just narrowly heads it over there. So we need to do it, really. We need to do it, and the fact that we're at home and it's 0-0 gives us a chance. That's all we can hope for, is a chance. Got to demand more early doors, and hopefully we can get a result out of this. An early goal from Mineiro puts us right up against it, because we would obviously need to score 2. And a highlight starting here is worrying, I'll be honest, unless it's going to be smacked forwards, which it has been. Diaz on the ball now and plays a lovely ball to Alanzinho, who's in on goal here, takes a chance. Oh, keeper saved. That is a wonderful ball from Diaz, though. I was going to say that was going one of two ways. Either it was a chance for us or they were going to get a goal. Wouldn't necessarily have expected the goal from us. Bottomore with a free kick then. Wonderful ball in, but it's too close to the keeper. No one really ran for it. And it's a chance for Mineiro to have a go the other way. That's a worrying one. Nora's dropped the ball. Batalla, great save, tips over the bar. Nora not really playing too well at the moment, I'll be honest. Corner for Mineiro now. Steve again. This Steve boy's got quite a nod on him, hasn't he? Don't know how tall he is. I daren't check. Not doing that. You know the rules. You never check the player during the game. I've done it too many times before. Can't have that. Need to get the first goal. That should hopefully ease some nerves slightly. Because I'm feeling it in here. The tummy is worried. Nothing much else going on the other ones. Flamengo look like they're going to be going through against Boca Juniors. Corinthians look like they're going through against Vasco. This looks like an interesting one. Gremio against Católica. Católica going through as it stands because they got an extra away goal. And then it looks like Palmeiras may be going through against River Plate. We deserve to win this match. Come on, that's the team talk we like. Yes, please. Come on. I'd like to at least get through this round. Now I've said that we've got this one and one more attempt at the Copa Libertadores. I really need us to do well. I've got to be honest. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit worried of having to do it all in the last one, and it makes our chance of doing it massively limited. Obviously, if we win it this year, then we've done the challenge, so that's kind of we'll run to the end of the season and then we'll leave it there. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not hugely confident, to be honest. Let's make some changes. Let's bring Batitsuta on the right hand side. Let's bring Aguirre on the left. So kind of switching up who's playing where. We've kind of now gone from winger on the left, inside forward on the right, to the other way around. See if that makes a difference. Try and give them more chance, because their left back's been playing well, it seems, against their back. That's probably why he's not been playing too well, to be honest. Nor over the corner then. Ball into Graf. Oh, it's in the bar. Oh my word. So close. Oh man. It's going to go to extra time. I'm not going to make my change just yet. Not making the change. This is going right down to the wire here. Mineiro pushing forwards. Ball out using acres of space. That's a concern. Gets the ball to the edge of the box. Oh, get it away. Come on, Bottlemore. Push it out. Come on, Aguirre. On the break now. Come on, we've got 2 against 2. Play it through. Play it through. Take a shot. Take a shot. Yes! Yes! Come on. Brian Aguirre. Oh. Man after my own heart. Just ran and ran and ran. I mean, I don't know what the keeper's doing. I mean, the keeper's had a great game, but I wonder if he's just powered it at him and it's just gone past him because of that. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what change to make now. Suppose all right, let's bring on Belmonte instead of Estevez, and let's do that change. There we go. Come on, we've got 3 minutes to get through this, and we go through to the next round. Come on, yes, get in. Oh, we left it late. We left it late. Oh my word. Brian Aguirre turning up when it matters. He was out 41% of the season last year, but he's turned up today, and we're through to the next round. Who does that mean we're playing then? We're playing against Corinthians. Oh my god, bloody hell! And they're retaining their trophy. Great. Does that mean? Well, they're obviously the holders, then, aren't they? Oh bloody hell! Not making it easy for. Why am I going here? What are we doing on here? All right. Well, that's the next episode then, isn't it? Really? Let's go and have a look, shall we? Yeah, that's the next episode. So we're going to fast forward well until then, and we'll come back for the quarterfinals against Corinthians. Fingers crossed. If you have enjoyed that one, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I know I enjoyed it right at the end anyway. At least not much for the first sort of 170 odd minutes of that game. If you are new around here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'd be very much appreciated, and hit that bell notification so you know when all of these videos are coming out if you've not seen the details on the channel already. And let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. But that's going to be it from me, guys. My name's been David. I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.